Now, to walk you through the core features and user journey in Communify, you'll notice the dominant use of blue throughout the interface. Blue is often associated with autism awareness and is known for its calming effect, making it an appropriate and thoughtful choice for users with ASD. The registration process will be mainly done by the parents or guardians of those individuals who are suffering from ASD or is minimally verbal. So during this process, the credentials of the child will be entered. Once all the credentials have been entered, they will be guided to a form whereby they need to select the level of ASD that the child is suffering from and also the grid layout that they prefer to have for the child. So in this example, let's say that the child is not suffering from ASD, so we'll be choosing the standard grid layout. Once the registration has been completed, they can use this credential to log into the system, and once they are logged into the system, the home page will be displayed. The home page of our mobile app is divided into 3 sections. The top section has a toggle button to switch the app between the Zonka and the English version. It also has a white rectangular box, which is where all the symbols and words that have been selected will be displayed, and we can click on the audio icon to get the audio output for those selected symbols. These symbols can be removed from this section by clicking on the trash can icon and the cross icon. Then the middle section is where all the symbols and the categories are being displayed. The symbols are on the left side, whereas the categories are on the right side. There are many categories available in the system, and each category has many symbols under it. For example, we can check the animal category, and all the animals and their symbols will be shown in the symbol section. And the bottom section is where all the additional features will be available. Now, to show how the app works, let's say that the child wants to talk about something related to blanket but is unable to speak it. So the child can select the blanket symbol from the contextual category, and they can click on the audio button, which will then generate the audio as
blanket.
They can also select another symbol like bed and get its audio output
bed.
Or they can also select 2 or more symbols and it will generate the audio. For example, let's select bed and blanket, and then it will give the full sentence as
I need a blanket for the bed.
Let's say the user wants to quickly access a specific symbol for communication. Instead of browsing through multiple categories, which can be time consuming, we've included a search functionality whereby the user can search for the symbol that they want. For example, if the user types hello, the app will display all the related symbols, allowing the user to select the one that they need. Another important feature is the ability to customize the symbols. If a user wants to use a specific symbol that isn't already available in the app's library, they can easily add on their own. By clicking the plus icon located in the bottom navigation bar on the home screen, users can either select an existing image or take a new picture of the object that they want to represent. They can then enter a symbol name and assign it to a category of their choice. For children with low-level ASD or those who are minimally verbal but capable of reading, writing and typing, we have integrated a keyboard functionality. This feature allows them to type out what they want to express, for instance, typing hello. The typed word then appears in the output box, and with a simple click on the audio button,
hello,
it gets vocalized, enabling effective communication. This not only empowers the child to express themselves more freely, but also adds flexibility to cater to different levels of communication needs, ensuring that no voice goes unheard. Now, moving on to the settings section of our mobile app, we offer various customization options to help users tailor the interface to their individual needs. The first option is the display setting. Here, users can change the grid layout that they had to initially select during the registration process. For example, initially it was selected as a standard layout. Now, switching this layout to simple layout and then saving it will enlarge the symbols which can be seen in our home page. This is ideal for individuals with higher levels of ASD who may benefit from a more visually accessible interface. Additionally, users can also adjust the app's brightness, which is especially helpful for those who are sensitive to light. A dark mode toggle is also available, along with the option to modify the contrast levels for better visibility. Finally, users can increase or decrease the text size to ensure readability. These features allow the app to adapt to driver, sensory, and visual preferences, making the experience more comfortable and inclusive for every user. Another important feature is the voice and speech settings, which control the audio output of the app. In this section, users can choose from different voice options for the English text-to-speech and also adjust the pitch to make the voice sound higher or deeper and preview how it sounds, for example.
Hello, this is a preview of the selected voice settings. Hello, this is a preview of the selected voice settings.
The speed of the voice can also be modified.
Hello, this is a preview of the selected voice settings,
allowing it to speak faster or slower based on the user's comfort. Additionally, there's a feature that highlights each word as it is spoken. This settings enhances the communication experience, making it more personalized and accessible for every user. Another key part of the settings is the parental control section. This area is designed for parents or guardians to manage and oversee how the app is being used. One of the core features here is content filtering, which allows them to block violent or inappropriate content to ensure a safe environment for the child. Parents can also manage the screen time, for example, limiting the usage to 2 hours per day. In addition, there is a downtime schedule feature that lets them set specific screen time durations for each day of the week. They can also update the AST level of the child, which was initially set during registration, to better tailor the app's features as the child's needs evolve. There's also an option to add the parent's email address for communication or recovery purposes. Most importantly, a passcode protection feature is available. This allows parents to set a passcode that must be entered to access certain sensitive settings like display options or voice and speech configurations. So whenever the user tries to access the settings after the passcode has been set, they will be required to enter the passcode. So this section ensures that the app remains secure, age-appropriate, and customizable under the guidance of the child's caregivers. In the Zonka version of our app, all functionalities remain nearly identical to the English version of the app. The only differences are the use of Zonka text and the audio output, which is in Zonka language. To show how it sounds with the Zonka audio, let's try one example. So from all the symbols, let's select the symbol rest and the symbol tired. The app will generate its corresponding audio output in Zonka as
Na, mutu ni tigi, yesu bube.